Hello, folks. Welcome back to my channel. This is the world of TV shows, and today I have another episode review for you of Bones. And this time we'll be looking at the second episode of the first season called The Man in the SUV. The episode originally aired on September 20th, 2005 on Fox. It was directed by Alan Croker and written by Hart Hanson, Kathy Reiches, and Stephen Nathan. So, what is this episode about? Basically, Temperance Brennan is going to be called to the scene of an explosion, and she's going to be basically, you know, trying to determine, the cause of death and whether or not this was an actual explode, whether this person, was responsible for this explosion or whether he was a victim. She's going to be trying to find out for herself what truly happened to that person. Was that a suicide? Is there a security risk, or is there more than meet the eye, right? And Seeley Booth from the FBI is also going to be working alongside her, and they're going to have Homeland Security kind of breathing down their necks because this person who was found dead was the leader of what is known as the Arab American Friendship League. And until they managed to determine exactly what happened, and how, there might be, like I said, a security risk, especially in regards to the president, right? So, this is pretty much the episode goes. Sorry about that. So, yeah, they're going to be investigating, the FBI, and they're going to be asking questions to the bereaved wife and as well as the brother, and trying to determine whether or not, this individual who was in the car that kind of blew up, whether he was, a terrorist or not, right? This is pretty much how the premise of the episode goes, right? There's hardly a spoiler. I apologize if, I'm just giving it to you straight, how it happened, what it's about. So so this is pretty much how it goes, and they're going to be looking at a number of suspects, including someone who might have had an affair with the wife. Yes, the widow now, right? So there's going to be a very thorough investigation, and a lot of different twists and turns are going to be there in this episode. So the Man in the SUV is pretty much how it goes, and obviously I like these titles, The Man in the SUV. Of course, it's in reference to the car at the beginning, and let you find out for yourselves how exactly what exactly it entails, because I don't want to spoil too much or anything. But I do like the way the writers, yes, figure out the titles. I think that it's pretty good, and as we go on with the season, you'll see the thing about the titles, right? But The Men in the SUV, yeah, was a pretty good episode. I did enjoy it for what it was. Yes, it was a little bit, a little, it's a little bit like NCIS in a way, with the whole terrorism kind of plot. But it's okay for what it was. I did enjoy it. I think that there were some mistakes, though, that were made a little bit in regards to this man's place of origin, this his homeland, because this sometimes people do get mixed up in things like that, but it's okay for what it was. It's still a good episode. It's pretty enjoyable, and there are a lot of different aspects of the episode that are interesting, and as the episode goes on and more elements develop and more clues are found, it gets more and more interesting. And then you'll find out for yourselves as you reach the final twist what truly happened, what truly went down, and was that person guilty of the crime that they were originally suspected of having committed, or is there more to that, right? So I did enjoy this episode for what it was. And meanwhile, there's a little side note to this episode about Booth's personal life, especially, yes, he's seeing a woman named Tessa, right? And there's going to be something between him and Brennan. And yeah, that adds to the kind of humor aspect of the show. But yeah, The Man in the SUV was a pretty good episode. So perhaps we should move on to the actors. So we have the main ones, sorry, Emily Deschanel, David Boreanaz, Michael O'Conlon, Eric Milligan, TJ Thine, and then we have Jonathan Adams, yes, also a main one. Then we have Joe C. Or is it Jose? Joe Zuniga, who plays Mickey Santana. We have Behar Sumik, who plays Sahar Masrook, who is the wife. We have David Robertson, who plays the DHS agent Bennett, and Dudek, who plays Tessa Jankow. We have Federico Dorde, who plays Ali Lajavardi. Nicholas Masu, who plays Farid Masrook. We have Tracy Howe, who plays Officer Said Faraj, who plays Hamid Masrook. We have Patty Begley, who plays Lap Staffer, Brian Draganuk, and then we have Tawanda Underdo, who plays businesswoman, right? So yeah, my favorite ones were definitely we have David Robertson, yes, who plays the DHS agent, Homeland Security, right? And yeah, I thought that he was pretty good in this episode. He was in the previous one, but he's the kind of character that you don't necessarily like right off the bat. But it was pretty funny between the scenes when he's basically kind of taking an overlook, kind of overseeing the investigate the yes the not the investigation but the lab work with Brennan and her squints, right? And yeah, there's also some scenes with Jack Hodgins, who kind of believes in who's into conspiracies and all of that. So he's pretty funny too. And at some point in this episode, he makes some comments which are pretty fun, to hear, right? Because obviously he even in the previous episode he was a little bit funny like that as well. But yeah, we have also Angela kind of sticking up for her friend Brennan and trying to find out for herself if what Booth is up to in his personal life, right? So she's gonna do something like, you'll find out for yourselves what she does. But yeah, and then eventually she's kind of told, to back off a little bit, but yeah, the whole kind of friendship that is more, that is obviously there between these two, Angela and Bones, right? So yeah, then of course I did enjoy this episode, the main plot, and also Booth once again, just like in the previous episode with the senator. In this one, at some point there's a specific individual that is gonna be investigated, and he's gonna be told also to back off. There are gonna be a lot of obstacles standing in his way, and he's not gonna be able to basically proceed as he would want because of the kind of the way the investigation led them, the what happened, the how hard it is sometimes when some people are, you know some kind of assets to the government or something like that, and one cannot investigate them, as they would like. So they're kind of stonewalled, right? That's the term, right? He's kind of stonewalled at some point. So yeah. Anyhow, I did enjoy this episode for what it was. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. It was okay for what it was. I did enjoy it. The Man in the SUV, again, with the whole terrorist plot. It's a little difficult for some to watch, especially with the whole kind of explosion and all of that, and at some point when the body is going to be retrieved at the beginning, it can be hard to watch, right? There's some graphic imagery for those of you who don't like so much these things. Then yeah, probably not the best episode to watch. But yeah, it was pretty good in my opinion, so I would give it an 8 out of 10. What about you folks? What did you think about this episode called The Man in the SUV? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching my review, and God willing, I'll see you on the next. In the meantime, folks, stay safe, goodbye, take care. This is the World of TV Show signing off.